You ever have intrusive thoughts, dude? You ever just like, let me give you an example. We're gonna start slow because I don't want to scare you. Sometimes when I'm getting a haircut, I haven't had this done for a while, but they'll take the straight razor, and they'll put it up to you like this, dude. Every time this happens, I think to myself, "Don't you dare cut me, dude!" And I picture my throat being slashed open, and just blood pouring out of me. Him like killing me right there every time. I'm sure that's a very normal thought to have. I think another one is when you're driving on, those just the one lane, right? You got two lanes, go one way this way, one way that way, and you're thinking to myself, man, if I just took this steering wheel and just turned it over to the left, I could just smack head on into this person, and I could end it all. That's a very normal, intrusive thought to have. I didn't even know what an intrusive thought was like 5 years ago. Like, I didn't know the definition, you know what I mean? And then I heard it and I was like, oh yeah, that's definitely, I have some intrusive thoughts. Completely normal, by the way, I think. I'll start here. I don't think women experience the same level of intrusive thoughts as men. And if they do, I think it's different most of the time. And the reason I'm even making this video too is because I want to share my thoughts on this. Because, man, when I was younger, no one told me this. Like, my dad never said, hey, man, you might have thoughts that are perverse, murderous, violent, hypersexual, every thought that you could ever think, disgusting, and that's okay. No hate. I just think that's kind of important for a young guy to know, especially when you're cooped up in your house all day, or your apartment, or you live in a increasingly isolated society. Everyone just have their headphones in, not really talking to each other, not having great third spaces and communities for men with strong support structures. No, but you got a lot of isolated guys dealing with this shit, where if your mind leads to like constant suicidal thoughts, dude, you might need to seek help. But also learn to manage these intrusive thoughts and realize that they're not at all a sort of moral failure on your end. Potentially the psyop is a bit deeper. Maybe it is a programming. We could get into that later. But more than likely, it's just a cognitive thing. Thoughts come in. The mind sees it. The mind's eye sees it. Maybe images, grotesque, violent, sexual, perverse, whatever. And then it goes out. That is how it is. But that does not make you who you are. So I think I think it's very important to realize that you're not just having this unique experience. I've had that. I still have those, not as frequently. And I'm also able to get a better grasp. Like, I'm not able, sometimes you just hyperfixate on a thought. You're like, why am I thinking this? I don't want to think this. Is this me? This is kind of weird. Why am I like, why does this keep playing in my head? Why, it's like, breathe. Dude, you combine that with like allergies, holy shit, good luck, dude. I've only been able to breathe out of this nostril for years. This one's, I can actually, right now, but most times this is clogged up. It's always been janky, just rough to breathe. So you combine that with like anxiety, or maybe you're dealing with some depression, with intrusive thoughts. You got OCD, ADHD, whatever you want to call it, dude. And life can get a little confusing if you don't have the tools equipped to handle that shit. But let me tell you, man, like, going down the intrusive thoughts road, you look at women. I think women experience a little bit more sadness because of the estrogen. I think testosterone is going to be responsible more for these violent and aggressive sexual thoughts. women, I think or this is not a thought, this is a fact that postpartum depression in women, females, they see that baby, the stranger that just came out of their womb. I just saw a freaking baby the other day, man. Brand new, first newborn baby. And just seeing this, I haven't seen like a newborn baby, day one baby. I was holding this baby. This is my fiance's sister's baby. So I'm pretty much a damn uncle. Wow. Soon to be uncle. Wow. Amazing. So, and I'm seeing this and I'm like, dude, this is amazing. And there's a checklist on the side. Circumcision, shots. Dude, you literally, oh my God, man. You come out in this world, they cut your wiener, and they send you to work. Damn shame. Sad. But, seeing that baby there, and I can only imagine how a mother feels. They say that the ladies, postpartum depression, thoughts, like 70% of them have these thoughts of abandoning their child because this is like this foreign thing. They don't know if they're going to be able to take care of it. These thoughts pass through their head of like leaving it, of like bashing it against the rocks, like freaking Hulk smashing it against the rocks, like drowning it. Like, holy shit, this is real. This is human nature, dude. This is human nature. I think people get scared. This is why, like, I want to make this video. It's very taboo to discuss the inner workings of a mind that is not normal, right? It's not normal. But I tell you what, hundreds of years ago, man, guys were going into a city, pillaging it, raping all of the women, killing all of the kids, slitting everyone's throat, taking their stuff, dude, I mean, evil exists within the human mind. And these were people that not only had these thoughts, they were acting upon these thoughts. So I think there's a certain level of shock when you do not address that you also are of the same kin as these people doing this kind of stuff. I mean, this has been going on for centuries. Torture, rape, anything you can think of, just murder, violence. Not good stuff, right? Not good stuff. Not stuff you really want to think about. So it's a bit galvanizing when you think about it. But I think there's a relief there to realize that within humans is a sort of deep-seated, animalistic, barbaric evil. There's a quote that says, in order for a tree, for its branches to reach up to heaven, at its roots must be planted in hell. And as we develop, as a man develops, as I believe a man becomes stronger, you sort of realize that in order to become the highest form, if you're going to reach up to heaven, that you must realize that there is evil within you. That there's evil within you. And that is normal. And you choose to be good. You choose to act righteously. And these thoughts do not make up who you are. The thoughts that you act on is what make up you. So doubt every thought, because I really don't think that these thoughts that we all have are worth giving time to. I think a lot of them are lies. I think many of them have been programmed into us. I was having this talk with a group today, but man, music, rap music. If you guys have problems in your life and you listen to rap music, just like stop listening to rap music, and they'll all go away. The elites knew that rap impacted culture, and it impacted black families the worst, especially single mother black families, young men without fathers. The rappers took on this identity of a father figure. And when you pump rap into your head all day, as a young man that's not equipped with the tools to handle the harshness of life, you have this this thug mentality, this gangbanger, this fuck bitches, get money, and do drugs. You start to, that's like all you got, dude. That's all you got to handle the pressures of life, the intricacies of life, is to be a gangbanger, to be a thug. Like, dude, that's crazy. And you do you people say, oh, bro, it's just music, dude. Are you fucking kidding me? Music always has lyrics, or else you would be just listening to instrumentals all day. Is that what you do? I doubt that. I doubt that. Most people don't. All right, and the rap lyrics are constantly going into your head and programming you to think. Your outlet, that thought form that occupies the mind. So we got a bunch of kids that the culture has been impacted by this sort of ghetto, this just culture that's like it does not ponder life. It doesn't consider what is truthful, what is good, what is righteous. That's not what the music is. So, that culture is also, you got all these, dude, these white kids listening to, like, only rap is actually kind of crazy. It's actually kind of insane. And these young white kids that have all these problems and they're just listening to rap, it's like, bro, what are you doing? The rap also, it just like, it's very narcissistic, focus on only you, get money, like only worried about, it's not promoting like camaraderie, family values, maybe for your gang, maybe for your, for your boys, but like, dude, Jesus, man, like, I just don't think it's good. I don't think it's good. I don't think that, and sure, yeah, there's rap I like, dude. Yeah, there's some rap that I like, but I'm very aware. You gotta be aware of what, you don't just get to expose yourself to all of these different things without there being an impact on you. And you can't trust the people making all this stuff like they have your best interest in mind. That's not how it works. And see, but the thing is, when you talk like this, you start to sound a little crazy because you're going against the new normal, what's accepted about as normal. And so you start to kind of silence yourself. You start to just play it safe, man. I don't want to offend it. I don't want to offend anyone. Dude, just like during 2020, man, everyone getting the shot, like, I knew something smelled fishy. I'm like, fuck no, man, I'm not getting the shot. I don't need to. Like, I'm not going to go and take this thing. And one time we went out and I wasn't allowed in a restaurant because I didn't have my little proof that I got the shot. And like, everyone was telling me to get it. Dude, you're being, no, I'm not selfish. It just doesn't feel right. And it's just crazy, man. Like, when you go against, you don't go with what everything everyone says is normal. You choose a different path. Yeah, you feel like a fucking outcast, And that's okay. That's all right. And then you deal with all these different thoughts from all the programming, all the bullshit you see. And it's a lot for a man. And it really is. And I get that, man. I get it. God, even smoking a cigar, dude, these days is like an act of defiance. Like, oh my God, dude, you smoke a cigar, you're gonna get mouth cancer. It's like, dude, everyone's just so fucking scared. Everyone's so scared. And any like, where is the courage? Where's the bravado? Where's the testosterone? The courage. I don't need some, back to me, I don't need some to outsource my motivation or to gain my courage from a music, from this thing. But again, back to that, I actually think the work with rap has been done. The damage is already done. It's already done, dude. The culture's already impacted. Listen, that culture has seeped into all the whites, all the young kids. What do they listen to? Just look at the Billboard charts. Look at how they act. Look at how they talk. They mince words. It's lazy speech, which keeps, this sort of pattern of speech becomes a meme speech, which seals you in the box. Because in order to break free, you got to learn how to be persuasive. I'll tell you this. That's why I like Trump, dude. That's why I like Trump. He is and any guy who says that he doesn't like Trump, I really think that it's coming from a weird place. Any guy who looks at Trump the way he speaks to a woman, to these news reporters, and these women are being disrespectful, and his ability to use his words, his charisma, his presence, to not get pulled into this female trying to get him to get emotional, the way that he handles that with savviness and grace and finesse, any guy would see that and be like, dude, this guy's the fucking man. That level of finesse takes decades of, not decades, that's getting a little crazy, but I think you could learn. I think it needs to be practiced though. And most guys can't even tell their woman to like shut up, to like, baby, shut the hell up. Like, that's enough out of you. Like, bend over, be quiet. That's enough. All right, but like the level of finesse, it's just like one of those things, dude. It's a trait of masculinity that people, wow, that's all I gotta say about that. Anyway, the damage has been done. The damage has been done, and I think they're actually moving away from rap. I think it'll always be there, just keep it pumping. You look at the charts now, it's a bunch of freaking lesbians. It's just like, dude, Sabrina, I checked it today. It's feminism now. It's like, that's been there, but it's coming up. The Taylor Swift, she's already in her 30s. There's no kids. There's, the sad girl music. That's fine, no kids, whatever. But the sad girl music, it's not like empowering. It's kind of like, okay, like, it's not promoting family values. It's not promoting goodness. Let's just call it what it is. It's not promoting goodness. It's just sad girl music, dude. I told my girl straight up, like, if you're listening to this shit all the time, you are a sad girl. You just like you're lame for this. Like, it's emotional, sad girl, manipulative music. You look at the charts now. It's like this messaging, this program is teaching the women how to think, and it's been a disaster. Sabrina Carpenter, you got the sweet, that espresso song, bitch, you're not sweet like espresso, all right? Billie Eilish, freaking what is it? Birds of a feather flock together. We get it, bitch. You're lesbian. Great, this, like, come on, man. This is what all of the young people are listening to. This is the top of the Billboard. Really? This terrible music, and some other lady was on there today that looks like a witch. I don't even know her name. And then, we wonder why there's so many mental health issues in America. Look at all of the top MCs, the master of ceremonies, promoting with their little ritual, do this music, this person's muse that makes you sick, man. People laugh, people want to make you seem crazy, but it's all there in front of you. You just refuse to see it. So you just don't partake in it, really. But that's really it, man. Got anything else? Just back to intrusive thoughts. Don't just observe your thoughts. Let them pass. I mean, you could teach yourself. You teach yourself, okay, and also you live righteously. When you're aligned. I've used this example before, but a car that has alignment issues begins to drift off the road. But the moment that you get that car realigned, you can take your hands off, and it doesn't need you to constantly assert control over it. You simply, okay, I could take my hands off for a second, the car's going to go straight for quite a while. You kind of only need to keep your hand on it once every so often. But if you're out of alignment, well, you got to constantly maintain control, which is stressful, you know. And if in a man's life and a woman's life, when you're out of whack, when you have the programming's fucked up, you have constant like struggle in messaging, you have constant stressors and cortisol in your life, when you have constant mind games, there is a sort of you're like you're not aligned, dude. You're going off the path, right? You're going off the path. I had this thought recently, I think, and I discovered this with disc golf, is that this is why people like golf so much, dude. This is why rich people play golf. It has this sort of aristocratic quality to it, where in any sport, you know, most sports is a team versus a team. And there's a sort of anger there. There's a sort of rivalry, like us versus them dynamic. But that expands beyond the horizons of just the field or the sports arena. That it expands in all of life. All of life has been set up, dude. Even politics, Trump versus Harris. This, the left versus the right. This versus that. Men versus women. This and that. Okay? Like, everything is going for an emotional response, trying to get your attention. And I think that's stressful. I think that is very stressful to constantly pay attention to. And so golf is like this thing where it's just you against you. Even if you play against other people, there's no team. There's no like shortstop that could possibly miss a ground ball and you're the catcher and like, look at this dumbass, you know, like, no, if you mess up, you are responsible for that. And it is this time away from all of the bullshit. I've noticed that about wealthy people. They don't want to do stuff, they don't tolerate shit, and they're able to not tolerate everything because they have the money to do so. And a lot of them enjoy playing golf, and I believe that's because it allows them to get away from any bullshit. They get away from the wife, the noise, the kids. They get away from the work stuff, the drama that a lot of the lower sort of peasants of society, the plebeians, have to constantly suffer from, because it's all over the place. The noise, dude. Even when you go to a fucking gas station to pump your gas, there's freaking ads playing. There's music overhead. There's all this noise. There's all of this baggage of society that foists upon you. And you just have to suffer fools, you know. But when you're on that course, you just have 18 holes, 18 little missions, 18 goals. Out underneath the sun and open air, which kind of heals you, that heals the mind, allows for the personality to flourish, the personality, and develop. You're sort of free. You're free. And that's what everyone wants. So I kind of discovered that with disc golf. You know, no opponent but yourself. No animosity. It's very interesting too, because when you're in that, you sort of see how much animosity you have towards yourself when you mess up or when you fail. And I think that's why people say the mental game of golf is so important, because when you fail, you gotta keep your mental shit together, dude. Or you're gonna if you mess up hole 1, what about the other 17? So I think what happens is when you don't have only yourself to blame, what do? You get angry with everyone else, right? It's always someone else's fault, which is stressful. So that's my experience with that, and that's again, I love the disc golf. I think it's fun. I also like the just having a disc in your hand and learning how to throw that, learning how to launch that thing, and the barrier to entry for disc golf is so much easier than golf. You don't got to buy a bunch of clubs. You don't got to pay to play. It's like free. You just go there and have fun. It's awesome. So, again, align yourself, and you're gonna worry about maintaining control all the time. The thoughts come in and out like you're on a life tower. Just look at them like clouds kind of passing down below. Just see them, let them go, dude. Breathe. Just breathe. Don't latch onto. And if you find yourself that, don't even judge yourself. Eliminating shame from a man's life has got to be, like, it's got to be a thing. You know, like, if you are walking around with shame and guilt, dude, even in our vices these days, like, what do you have to feel shame about, man? Like, that's what I'm trying to get to this point. Like, what do you really have to feel shame about? Do you feel like I feel shame for this? For enjoying a tobacco leaf? Guys these days, the extent of their shame, literally, so many guys, is from watching porn. They are feeling shame from watching pixels on a screen. Now, yeah, you should probably realize this is not that great for me. This is really not that great for me. But to be in this weird, like, oh, I feel so much shame, and then you just go do it again, and then do it again and again, and this is your life struggle, dude. Even our vices are neutered. Like, we're not even that great in our vice, dude. Ancient Roman times, dude. These guys were like putting on orgies in their house and like fucking going insane. Like, they were doing filthy, degenerate stuff. But the modern man in his room is like, oh man, I jerked off today. Like, dude, again, back to these guys were going, Genghis Khan was going and impregnating hundreds of women, didn't think anything about it. Like, dude, I'm just saying the level to which we've stooped to feel shame and to neuter ourselves and to feel bad that we have I got a little like perverse thought going through my mind, or oh, I feel like a little weird right now. Dude, it's okay. You're a man. You have testosterone. It makes you a little fucking crazy. That's why these guys on steroids snap. Because that level of violence is just pushed higher when you have this level of testosterone in you, in the blood. That's why it's important to be righteous. It's important to program yourself with the right things, I think it's, what is it, Romans 4:4. 4 or 2 or something like that. But you want to be transformed by you don't want to conform, it says, to the pattern of the world. But you want to be transformed by the renewing of your mind. To be in the world but not of the world. And I think what we're seeing a lot is people are pushing that, promoting this and that. And people are just going with the flow. And then, just keep your mind, stay vigilant. That's it, baby. Come join us in the Thumos Brotherhood. I'm there all the time talking to the guys, but it's not about me, man. I would love to talk to you, right? This is I just talked to you. You didn't talk to me at all, but I want to talk to you. I want to introduce you to some of the other great men that we have in there. Come to our meetups, join our voice chats, do our challenges, compete in our big transformation challenges. I'll see you soon, all right? Stay strong, brothers. Keep it Thumos. Peace.